to get jobs. You know, employment.
What sort of crazy moon talk is he speaking?
I'm talking about work.
YouTube, it's your boy Zamba. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be flipping this $50 account to, I don't know, it's gonna be small though, but probably 5k or less, but it's gonna be $1,000 and above. It's gonna be $1,000. That's actually the main aim. It's actually for a giveaway, so that is the reason. So I'm gonna take my first trade from the best and one of the flowing pair when it comes to price. The pair is actually good when it comes to order flow, right? And that's AUDUSD. So right here we have a setup, right? There was a breakout and price is going to respect this area. This area is where price is going to respect, so meaning the price is going to come back to that zone for a retest or a breakout to the downside. So it's either price is going to break out to the downside once it gets to that area, or it retest this area, right? It retests the area and move to the upside. But of course you will need confirmation, right? Exactly.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it? You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business.
Okay, so as you guys can see what I said earlier, right? So the market actually broke out to the downside. Now I had this trade because of what? Confirmation. If I don't have the confirmation to hold a trade, I will not hold the trade. That's why you see sometimes when I take trade and it doesn't hit, it's about to hit TP or it's still far from TP, I will not hold the trade. I will just close and look for another setup, because that is very, very important. Okay, the market can actually do something that will destroy your hard work, so you have to make sure you work very smart and you make sure you know what you are doing. So currently right now we have a W pattern right here, right? We have a W pattern and also an M pattern. So the W pattern has been formed and now an M pattern is forming, so we already know where our TP is going to be. It's self-explanatory at this point. Of course I already got my confirmation, so that's why I'm gonna take this trade. Now this is gold, and you know what gold does, you know, gold grows or blows. That is how it is. But I have to wait for my confirmation and then, you know, and just do my thing, like just take my trade and hope for the best. So I also post these signals. I post all these signals, like, you know, 90% of all these trades on my VIP and very few on my free group. So it's there for you to know which to join for your own perspective, right? So currently we have $700 on this trade right now, which is not that bad. Okay, which is not that bad, but at the same time it's I guess it's not bad because I have $1,000 of total balance right now. But unfortunately, what did he do? You guessed it. Unfortunately, they gave me $900. The market actually gave me $900, but that is not enough, because right now I guess I would just push a little bit higher, because this is actually like the beginning of the week at this point. So it's pretty much an early moment for me to give up. Okay, so instead of me to just close and, you know, end my target, this time around I will need to take more trades, because yeah, there is still more opportunity in the market for what I am seeing. So right now we have a breakout to the downside. So my TP right now would be at this level. Nope, not that level. This level is actually my stop loss level. This is actually the level that I considered invalid if market passes that level. So we hope that the price doesn't pass that level, because this time around I'm strict on my trade. This time around I will be very, very strict. If I see any little loss that doesn't really match my calculation, my calculated risk management plan, I will close this trade. So I have to be very, very strict this time around, because we have just grown the account to a very high amount right now. So I will need to be very, very careful. I don't want to take reckless trade or take any trade that seems good. At the end of the day, it doesn't seem good. It will not bring any good results. So I have to be very careful. Right now, this is NZD. So for NZD, it doesn't matter what you do. For NZD, you just need to hold your trade. That's why I waited for this type of setup that will give me a very large TP to loss ratio, or that actually give you a high risk to reward ratio. Okay, so this is actually the second TP, but I'm waiting for that first TP to be hit. I'm waiting for the first TP to be hit, because I'll be making little money from this trade, though. I'll be making little money from this trade if the first TP is hit. But if the second TP is hit, then I'll be making more. But I don't know. I might decide to hold. I might decide to close early. Of course, it all works on TP and reward ratio.
One more game, 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 one more game.
So right now the market has hit TP already. This is actually the first TP, and it has given us $500 of clean cash. Right now we just have to close, because like I said, it's all about the risk to reward, and it's all about the calculation. I've already made my calculation. I'm like, yo, there is no point of holding, because if I hold this trade, I'll be ready to stay for a long time just for me to profit, which is not something I want to do. Okay, this is not what I want to do. I'm not planning for that. That's not my plan. If I plan for it, so be it. But if I don't plan for it, I don't want to partake in it. Okay, you don't have to waste time. You don't have to be distracted. You have to be focused. If your target is actually 1,000, go for it. If your target is just $100, go for it. Don't try to be greedy, or don't try to play smart and try to add more position, or try to make sure you take as much as possible. The market can just destroy everything you work for. Like I said before, that's what I said earlier on this video. The market can actually destroy you, and it will render all your effort useless. So currently we're on USDJPY, which is actually one of my favorite JPY pairs that I trade. For the VIP members, they know me too well. I go all in on this. So right now we have a trade on USDJPY. Now look at this, guys. There's a news event coming, so the margin is going to be increased. Now I'm able to open just 6 positions with full margin, which is not supposed to be so. Okay, which is not supposed to be so. Now the reason for this is because there are economic events at specific time of the day, and when that time comes in, you are not able to place trades. Now right now, as you guys can see, I've waited for the market to actually pass that economic event. Now you see there was a news event, right? Very good. And you see that the market went on a high momentum, right? So I'm going to add more sales. The reason was because I was not able to add a lot of sales in the beginning. Now as you guys can see, I'm able to add more sales. That is why I said earlier, the economic events, they will increase the margin so that you don't make a lot of profit from news. Get that? So this is a very bountiful trade. As you guys can see, the first TP was hit, and the second TP was hit, and not just the second TP was hit, also it was passed, and it was over. I don't really know how to put it, but this time around this TP went all the way to 2k or 2.5 per se. So this is the reason why for news event they don't want you to profit. They don't want you to take that trade. I actually day trade. How would I say, overnight trading for this. I actually held this trade for as long as the next day, of course, because what can I do? Nothing, right? I need to utilize the setup. I need to make sure, like I said, I go all in on the setup. USDJPY doesn't fail when it comes to perfect setups. But of course, I am not trading GBP/JPY. So right now I did not trade GBP/JPY. For those of you that don't know, watch my previous video so you know why I don't trade GBP/JPY. For some reason, of course, I do trade it, not that I don't at all. I trade it, don't get me wrong, but not all the time, not at specifics. Okay, there are specific times I trade GBP/JPY when I know I don't need too much. I just want few bucks, or I just I saw a setup that I don't want to, let go. You understand? So currently we are on gold, and this is a 15 minutes time frame. Now look at this. There was a liquidity area right here that the market respected, giving us what? An M pattern. Now that is not all. The market has a liquidity below. Now it has already taken the liquidity above. Now the liquidity above is actually a trend liquidity, and then the liquidity below is actually a takeout liquidity. Okay, so this is actually on my course, on my mentorship, so it might be a little bit confusing for beginners or people that don't really they are not one of my students. So but I will just pretty much give you guys a breakdown of it. So a takeout is actually a, when the market takes you out, so it hits your stop loss and then it moves to the upside or it moves to the downside depending on what you do. So meaning it takes your stop loss and moves to your direction. That's a takeout. And then when it comes to trend line liquidity or trend liquidity, is actually the market is following a pattern, whereas planning to take you out from that pattern. So let's say you are taking your trade on the third touch. Let's say first touch for the trend line, second touch, and then for the third touch, guess what? The market will take you out and move to the other side, or the market will just do something else that you don't expect, but you were expecting the market should follow the trend, right? Unknowingly to you that the market is trying to take you as liquidity. So like I said earlier, if this stuff is very confusing, okay, you know what to do. But you can reach out to me on a personal level. I'm going to break it down for you and make you understand and make you master all these concepts. All right, I know it might be difficult at first, but of course all my students already know, they know me too well, they know how I treat them. So I make sure you master this stuff, because I know it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me at first, but of course I will need you to stay focused. That is what I need from you. Stay focused and make sure you are with me from beginning to the end. So as you guys can see, right now we were almost liquidated. Now at this point, remember I actually took that trade at this level, right? So look at my profit now. It's at 3,000 naira. So meaning my account can't even blow at that point. So when I saw that trade, I was at a loss. I was at a huge loss, but I'm not able to blow the account. Why? Because that zone, that liquidity zone above, the market did not touch that zone. Assuming the market touched that zone, I would have blown the account. Okay, that is the reason. So if you look at this very, very clearly, you're going to see that the market did not touch that zone. It didn't touch the zone. It didn't go as far back as whatever. But of course, like I said, this is going to be the end of the entire flip, or the entire success for this trade. I really love this trade. It was a nice one anyways. Happy trading, guys. I will see you on my next video. Peace.
Custom on the beat.